Welcome to Positive Waves. My name is Matthew Collinson, and this is my great friend,
Joseph Soma.
And today on our show, we have Giannis Tornesakis. Sorry, I'm trying to pronounce it right. Giannis, I love you so much.
It's the same, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on today. I would love for you to give a little introduction of yourself and like what you do and what you're trying to do to send out that positive wave to the world.
Thank you so much. So I'm Giannis Tornesakis. I'm 30 years old, have a finance and accounting degree, and I have a big vision, which is called Act Forward: Wealth, Self-Mastery, and Freedom. And that is basically to create worldwide a global franchise of educational centers to help people develop their awareness and create the lifestyle and quality freedom by their major purpose. And right now, I'm having another movement, which is called, Aligned Action, Empowering People, which is, I believe, the prequel to Act Forward. And it's really about giving the message, sharing the message with the people for awareness development, as I say here, perception and development, both in mindset and finance is what I'm actually focusing on right now, really sharing the message of finding your true purpose, your major purpose, aligning yourself with your inner you, the steps to do it. I have a coaching course that I am working with people on this, and masterminding with like-minded people to help each other grow in these areas and more.
That is such a great positive wave, man. Thank you so much for introducing yourself. I'm curious, why do you think this is important for the world?
Well, why is breathing important? It's important as breathing because we ought to know for ourselves, because we are built, we are created, we are born to create. We are born creators. We are born to create our lives as we see fit, as we can imagine creating. And most people are not aware of that. And most people are too materialists to even consider that you can actually create what you want. You can actually create your own life as you want it from your own thoughts, from your own imagination, the thought process, your actions, your alignment with your inner being. And by that alignment, attracting what you want in your life. And that really brings forth a awareness development in all sectors of life. As we grow, each other and ourselves, we help society grow. And from my perspective, why is that important is because from a young age, I really believe that the schooling system needed an upgrade. And that's what I'm trying to actually contribute to the world by giving that movement, that little stone of value to really help with that upgrade. because we all need that upgrade from a young age to a big age to old age. Yeah.
Yeah, love that. Like, we definitely do need a different type of programming from a young age, and I'm with you. I believe the systems that are working now may have worked once upon a time, but they don't flow as they should. There's quite a bit left out, quite a bit of tools that we should have been taught at a young age that we're learning, in our 30s, 40s, 50s, and above. So I love what you're doing with that. That's amazing. And you hit the head right on the nail, because it does. It starts with yourself. It starts with that vision. It starts with becoming in alignment with your truest values. And from there, you can create literally anything. So I love that.
Thank you so much.
So we wanted to dive into personal development and mindset here, I think today is what we talked about. Is that correct, Giannis?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you have any exercises you could start us off with as far as changing our perception or helping to shift a perception to start?
So the first step that I take people through is perception and development, which is truly understanding your surroundings, truly understanding who you are. What are you? Like, who are you? I am Giannis Tornesakis. You are Matthew Collinson. You are Joe Soma. But is that your authentic self? Are you really Matthew? Are you your body? Are you your mind? Or are you something greater? Are you something that really controls these two things and aligns with them in order to bring forth something amazing in the physical realm? And that is your soul. And understanding what your soul truly is can really help you develop your life to what you want it to be, and to go through the processes of consciousness development, perception development, and really understanding where you are currently at, emotionally, physically, mentally, all of that, and really accept yourself first for who you are, and so you can be able to love yourself and guide that self, that authentic self, to the desired destination, and go through the ups and downs and development and joys and experiences and all the great things that you go through when you develop.
One of my favorite parts of that was the fact that you started with like loving yourself. Like, I really, really appreciate that, because that reminded me of having Darla on as our guest, Joe, because that's all she talked about was that self-love piece. And that's what I think is so important.
She created the course, The Art of Learning Self-Love. And that's kind of what Giannis is talking about here. Going in, finding out who you are, recognizing who you are, and not just at a flesh deep level. We're talking like a soul level, finding out what truly resonates with you, what you can do to live that best life. And if you keep running from those things, you're never going to find that soul purpose, that authentic you. So I love what you're saying here, Giannis, and yeah, Darla totally teaches this as well. So I just love how this all flows together.
One point that I want to add here is that most people are forgetting about that.
Mm-hmm.
And just moving forward with skill development on a specific sector, professionally, trying to be competitive and all that, but they're not seeing themselves from within, living that part with a big gap, like hollow. And they fall in that gap. And it's a self-sabotaging trap.
That's so true.
And it does take a powerful mindset to get out of that trap as well. That's why I love working with the mindset. I strive to be a mindset coach down the road myself. So I'm sure I'm going to come speak to you to help prepare myself for the field. So yeah, I love having you on today. The messages you're delivering, this is just a great call so far.
Really appreciate it, man.
What has been your path to personal development? Like, when did you first start getting into it, Giannis?
That's a great question. I really down to memory lane. So I started at 2015 when I first started my journey on sales and entrepreneurship. I started working on a network marketing company, which was called World Ventures back then. And I really got into personal development from their corporate seminars, which was around the world, traveling and meeting new people, broadening my horizons, and really understanding multicultures, and also the knowledge and experiences from the seminars regarding self-mastery and selling and self-empowerment, basically. Really got me into that as I started, focusing more of that and buying new books, buying new courses, mostly focusing on mindset, selling back then, negotiations, communications, like Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People, one of the most amazing books. Think and Grow Rich, which was not introduced to me until 2019 within Noble Goldman, the mastermind community that I am partnering with. Yeah.
That is so cool. I was just about to ask you, what is one of your highest recommended books? So it's so funny that just flowed that way. So How to Win Friends and Influence People, I hear, and Think and Grow Rich, both great books. Joe, also get ready for a card pull, my friend.
Oh, right on.
We always have a card pull during our show here, Giannis, so I hope you don't mind these, but they are really fun.
What is it? I'm curious.
It's a deck called the Rebel deck, and it's an oracle deck with attitude, as so the box says. And it can give some pretty rude messages sometimes, and other times it's that slap upside the head that you realize, like, oh crap, I do need to stop doing that dumb stuff, or I do need to bring a little bit of ancient shit into my life. I think that was one of them. Like, you need some yoga, get with the ancient shit or something like that. So
okay.
Yeah, let me shuffle up here and see. A couple flew out. Hold on, let me grab those real quick.
Fun fact, until you shuffle, I used to play a lot of poker while I was a teenager and a young adult, as well as other trading card games that were really fun and strategic.
That's
Is it
cool.
like the Magic cards, the Pokemon cards, stuff like that?
Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! You heard it from here, folks.
Gonna NFT that stuff.
Yeah, totally. Totally. A very important topic that we could go for another time.
That sounds good. Go
based
ahead,
on finance. Yeah.
So the card that popped out, I picked up the ones off the floor. It ended up being like 4 of them, so I reshuffled. But the card that popped out was winning, is winning. The other side, it says, you got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. So I'll have pictures
Totally.
to add to the call later.
All right.
I love it.
I like
love
that.
it. Well, thank you for joining us today, Giannis. I'd like for you to drop some information as to how people can get in touch with you and where they can look to find you. And I'll also put links in the description as well.
Sure. So you can find me on YouTube. It's Aligned Action Empowering People, G. Tornesakis. Matthew will put the description link there. You can see wonderful videos on mindset and finance. You can follow me on my personal social media on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And of course, you can join me on my projects that I'm doing on masterminding, on coaching, and many more.
Awesome. Thank you. Joe, any last words?
You're welcome.
No, I think that was pretty informative. Yeah, nothing else is really popping into my mind.
Rock on. Any last words for you, Giannis?
I loved every second of it. It was so simple, so going with the flow, and it was really non-resistant. That's what I would say.
Awesome. Thank you
Nice.
so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, man.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I
sure.
really love your wonderful podcast, your wonderful energy, and thank you so much for your collaboration.
Thank you.
Looking forward for more.
Yeah, for sure. And with that, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful day. Sending those positive vibes for an awesome 2023.
Yeah.